Good day. Adam Bennett here, change activated. Just having a quick chat to myself in my head, so I thought I'd share it. I had a great chat yesterday about the difference between blame and responsibility. Responsibility for me, when you're coming from a true place of trust and love in yourself, is actually just a beautiful way to step towards the things that scare the fucking shit out of you without you having to question it or doubt yourself, or even in recognition of these doubts, just moving forward towards it anyway. Blame, shame, guilt, sadness, anger, whatever it is that's hiding underneath there to say that you're not good enough to be who you are, that's when the blame will come in. We notice a lot that people will transfer the blame externally. She did this to me, they did this, I always see this, blah, 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 blah. Then I ask myself, who are you showing up as in that situation, to firstly surround yourself with that, and also secondly notice that. So you've got to see it to be it to see it, all these other fucking adages that people like to use. But responsibility in each moment is to, dedicate ourselves to ourselves. And people use the word selfish in such an interesting way. I'm not big on words myself because I think they're quite restrictive, because feelings aren't usually needed to be defined because we feel them. But coming back to that responsibility, it's our time to sit there and enjoy ourselves for what we are and say, I'm grateful. Where's the gratitude? The responsibility for us there is just to take the time. Seem to be the perfect advocate for taking time, because I'm 36 years old and I'm currently driving in a van because I quit my job a few weeks ago and said no. Now I'm taking a stand. My responsibility in this situation is to stand up for what I believe in. So stand for something or fall for everything. If we're not allowing ourselves to be a true advocate for our core beliefs and values in every moment, in every single little choice, then responsibility says it might be time to take a look at that and go, why do I not feel comfortable? Am I creating the space for that? So in saying that, there's so many different ways that I use to get myself into that headspace or back out of that headspace. I struggle to wake up in the morning. With an assumption of ease in others, we're finding dis-ease in ourselves. I just kind of thought that this morning, and I was like, far out. Like, if I'm expecting that someone else's life is easy, then what about my life? Am I making it hard? If it's easier for somebody else to do it than me, then why the fuck am I not applying myself to it? Responsibility says that if we're externalizing and not seeing it as a direct reflection of ourselves, then it might be time to take a harder look. How do we do this? Like, in the face of adversity or in the face of that unknown, right? I want to find everything that gets me to an answer of I don't know. And lately I've found that I haven't had the trust in myself to sit in such a way that I can say comfortably, I don't know, and then explore with curiosity. So all I endeavor to do in this life is to find a way for myself to go, I don't know, and be okay with that, and find the exploration. So at the end of the day, we're all here exploring, feeling, whatever, like it's just our thing, Our subconscious mind might think that we're going to live forever, which is a bit of a fallacy, obviously, because we've seen mortality in practice. We've seen people die. People live long, people live short, people die of things that we don't understand. People live a life that they don't even like, and then they get to the end of it and they say, I regret this. So our responsibility in this moment is, how do I love myself so deeply and truly in each moment to realize that I'm showing up as the best version of myself and doing the best of what I got. Responsibility is sit there and fucking take the time. Sit there with the unfamiliar feeling of self. Michael Singer says it beautifully when we're talking to people that are meditating. With the Western philosophy on meditation is thinking about not thinking, which is in turn thinking. Is that deep? Is it provocative? No, it's fucking simple. We're putting layers upon layers to create significance because we're scared. If we don't embrace the fear, we don't realize that it could also be excitement. If we get attached to all the words that we don't even give a fuck about, then we're just creating a story so we don't have to approach it, and all we need is quiet and calm. Responsibility in each moment is you can fucking choose. That's all it's saying. Responsibility is a choice. Being grateful for that choice is a lot easier than being fucking scared and unhappy about it. So a beautiful talk that I like to give is wait for the fuck off to turn to a thank you. Wait for the fuck off to turn to a thank you, because once you find the gratitude in a situation, you'll possibly never see it again in that way. If we're finding something to be difficult, hard, it is because we said it is. If we're finding something to be ease, then it is because we said it is. If we're using the pretense of ease to fucking forgo the ability to look into something deeper, then fuck, bypass if you want, but don't tell me you're fucking healing. Let's be honest, let's be truthful, let's take responsibility, let's be together, let's connect. Responsibility for me is sitting with self, because your body tells a story. Beautiful book, body keeps the score. Your body will tell you. If you're sitting in dis-ease, you are creating disease. Simplest thing. Oh, mind is such a powerful thing. Of course it is, that's implied. Move on. Use it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. But yes, so the difference between blame and responsibility. What does it mean to you? If we know we're not growing, if we're knowing we're not growing, so get curious. What does it mean to you? Blame versus responsibility. Are you going to stand up for your values without feeling the need to get defensive? With an acceptance that people are going to have different opinions, and that is fucking beautiful. Not sitting in politics and arguing about shit that doesn't fucking bring anyone closer together, because all it is doing, saying I am fucking significant because we are already. It's implied. Watch out for that implied. It's already there. We don't need to argue. We don't need to fucking have factions. We don't need to fucking separate ourselves. We don't need to define ourselves, because in every fucking moment we have a choice to change. And if you want to change, you have to change. If you don't change, you don't change. If you do what I did for quite a few years, where I fucking thought I was changing, then I fucking woke up one day in a different spot and went, look at me. I'm in a different spot doing exactly the same fucking thing, then that's what you get. But responsibility says take the time. Do you know how to take the time? Have you allowed yourself to take the time? Sit with someone that allows you to take the time. Change activated. This is time to take the time. Because we don't have a lot of time. But then we have nothing but time. Because they're all fucking words. It's only what it means to you. So responsibility says choose you. Choose you. And know that I love you dearly. And I respect you and honor you in such a way that someone said to me the other day, you are super blunt. And I was like, has no one been honest to you before? Because I promise you, in choosing love and caring with each of my actions, it'll show up as different things at different times. Compassion is the key. Compassion is doing what needs to be done. What I feel needs to be done right now is people need to take the fucking time with themselves and stop fucking looking at other people. Because it's only you. Only you can reflect into the world what you want to see. And if you want to make a change, make a fucking change. If you need some support, ask for some support, but in a strength, in a place of power. Be in that place of power to ask for the support, because you fucking deserve it. But support you first. So responsibility is a choice at every moment. Take the time to figure out those unfamiliar things that can unlock the next path that you're looking for. In constant searching, seek and you shall find sometimes is a beautiful way to externalize. So how do we bring it back to us? Responsibility says only you know your way. Investigate. Take the time to love you so deeply that no matter what happens, you are happy to fucking be there. And happiness, fucking contentment. I'm content. Sometimes I have to be contented by discontent because I'm grateful that I'm learning. Sometimes it looks like fear, anxiety, depression, anger, sadness, anything. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be joy. It could be like, bipolar. My beautiful experience of bipolar. It could show up as anything, and that's okay. Right now, I give you permission to say at the end of every sentence, and that's okay. As long as you truly believe in your gut, in your heart, that it's okay. Because it is. You've doubted yourself for long enough. Now is time to sit strong, because your mess is your message. Your mess is your message. I love you. Take care. Stay tuned for more stuff. Hopefully enjoy it. Like it, share it. Ask me where else I am, because I might need some help learning how to get this message out there. But I trust you. I love you. Adam from Change Activated. Peace out.